Holy shit, I think we're live. We might be. I don't even have the stream up. There we go. Hey everyone, welcome to the goddamn show. We go live and you all start getting real quiet, so I have no idea if the stream can hear you or not. Don't say anything.
It's just a moment of condolence because, as you can see, McGavin ate his backup meal. And
yeah. Sadly, yeah. Between sessions, Conifer finally got eaten. It happens, you know. Walk around.
A moment of silence.
Yeah.
I warned him it was going to happen. He didn't listen.
Yeah. It was bound to.
And I got to tell you, kind of gamey. Just a little gamey.
It's probably the troglodyte arm.
Mm.
That tasted like sweets, though.
I like to think the troglodyte arm lives on. It's just crawling its way to freedom.
Just there you go.
Evil Dead
he
style.
took a bite out of it and he's just like, nah, this isn't halfling. And just puts it to the side.
I think he did spend his last experience points to make sure he had that talent of intestinal worms or something like that.
Oh,
so, yeah. He may not have gone down as easily as you think.
Yeah, the next time we stop by a roadside, it'll just be like little mushrooms spawning out of a little cow plot, just little troglodyte arms.
All right. Let's get this thing going. We'll do some introductions. And then we'll see if McGavin turns into a god today. I'm excited to see what happens. So, Bert, who are you playing?
I'm playing Mifune, the farm boy that was told by some really, really wrong peer pressure groups that being a thief was the way to go in life. It was the way to achieve. Despite him being a hulking 6'5" and, not fitting the stereotype, he's convinced he can be the world's best thief. He's convinced.
Yeah, there's more than one way to be a thief.
But on the way, he's learning to be a celebrity chef.
That is true. And he can do everything. For Bowdy's displeasure. All right. So, yeah, we're skipping over Conifer, who is being substituted by Gary Busey tonight. Moving over to Fenlar, or Jake, as I call him in the real world. Jake, who are you playing?
I am playing Fenlar.
That's it.
Who is, he's something else. He's a former peddler. He has a bunch of stuff now that he keeps in wheelbarrows and hasn't really sold to anybody, but he does have a keep. Mm-hmm. He has the spirit of a departed keep owner in his own psyche now. He has a freezing sword that potentially freezes him every time he uses it. But he survives because he's the chosen one.
He is the chosen one. He is. I mean, yeah. Next up, we got a Jeff.
Hi, I'm McGavin. I'm a halfling hunter. Hunt halflings. Eat them, absorb the power, and soon there will be only one, and it will be me. And I think the rumor has it that if you eat enough halflings, you can ascend to godhood. Oh, that's what I hear. And if they give me any lip when I get up there, I'm gonna eat them too.
It's amazing.
It might be a higher level after that. I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
it's way the hell up there.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Jeremy, who you got?
I am playing for Bowdy. Unlike that Mifune bastard over there, I'm good at one thing and one thing only, and that's chopping the heads off fuckers. And fortunately, it's a pretty useful skill. And I'm fine with chopping as many of these short bastards down as it takes to help this friend get himself, acclimated to godhood and whatnot. Why not?
Why not?
He's as Jeremy Zoom call would say, he's a divine wingman.
It does say that. That's amazing.
It does.
Good title.
God in training and divine wingman. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. So last session, we started out with whatever the witch's name. I'm not opening it up. Hey, Ashley, how's it going? Oh, snap. And Veronica? Yes, it's us again. Thanks for showing up. You encourage us, so we keep playing. Yeah, started
Tell
off
her that she'll never come back.
right. I just ruined it. Started off witch's hut. She gave you a job.
Azinata was the name.
That's it.
Azinata.
Good job on keeping notes.
I am a god. So
You are. You know
god
everything.
in training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gave you a job. Head up to a village way up north and kill this lady's husband and put a weird little bag under her bed. But along the way, you found information that, this giant butthole in the landscape was actually a hidden halfling city. So you went there. Killed the guard. Found the hidden entrance. Santa Rosini, I can't pronounce. I'm just you there. Welcome to the place. Also, 100 bits. That's willpower for everyone. Thank you, Ashley. Oh, and someone said butthole. I gotta allow that. Dan's not there to allow all the dirty talk. And there's a Melissa too. Everyone's here. You can all be disappointed in our actions together. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I have it set up to make noises and shit. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so you went there, killed the guard, found the secret doorway, and McGavin looked inside and saw this map that you see up. So this giant pit with this sprawling city inside. There's this giant coliseum in the center, and you can hear like shouting and cheers, like all sorts of this just noise coming out of this coliseum. And on the far side, you see this giant lava flow coming out of the wall, disappearing into the floor, hole in the ground, with these two giant halfling statues flanking it. And that's exactly where we're going to pick up, with all of you standing at the top of these stairs. I'm going to go ahead and, just to help keep this straight, I'm going to go ahead and drop the party sheet right there where you're at, just so we can, get an idea. And yeah, I'll let you all take it away as you're standing here.
They said something about soup day inside this coliseum, which I think is just fundamentally awful. I hate soup. It's terrible. So it just adds fuel to the fire here. Did we just go right in, teeth and gums ablazing?
I agree with you. Let's raw dog this encounter.
I'm the chosen one. I'm immortal, so I'm okay with this plan.
Okay. All right. Where's Conifer? Conifer, you go first.
There has to be a voice of reason somewhere.
Conifer says,
I'm sure Conifer would say something to the effect of right behind you, and then he'll be like several steps behind us.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So yeah, you can hear, in fact, if you listen, you can make out that din of noise coming out of the Colosseum. It's actually an ongoing chant. It sounds like thousands of halflings all chanting, soup, 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 soup.
I almost feel bad for this, but it needs to be done. It needs to be.
So, what's the plan?
We make soup?
I think we
Tonight we
go.
dine on halfling soup.
I think we go fuck up soup days.
I bet their soup tastes like crap. Let's go get them.
Probably. So yeah,
They do. Cannon eat shit. We've gone through that.
we have established that.
That was established.
McGavin
This is stupid.
My
established that.
dog took that moment to look up at me as if to say, "What's wrong with that?" Halfling.
Oh, God.
You all make your way down this giant staircase that wraps around the edge of this pit. It seems like it's carved right out of the stone, but they've got it so it's like maybe only a foot or so deep. So it's just this, platform protruding from the side. You make it down to the streets below, and it's just full of like shanty town, like very crude, small buildings, houses, like just roughly quickly built. A lot of these things, they don't even have ceilings because they're underground. Why do they need a ceiling? But when you get down there and you kind of start looking around, streets are empty. There doesn't seem to be anyone out and about.
He
Maybe
must
they're
all
all-
be at soup day.
And they
Yeah.
probably using that their Coliseum or something.
That seems to be it. Oh boy.
So maybe we circle the perimeter. We kill off any stragglers before we go in there.
In your knowledge of halfling cultures, I mean, do they have battles to the death over soup?
Well, I mean, normal halflings, I would say they fight over each other and then they eat the other person. These soup people, I don't even know what this is. It's so crude and disgusting. Like, honestly, I don't. So
These are
it wouldn't
degenerate
surprise-
halflings.
Exactly. They seem very lower class. Now, I think they might be putting each other in the soups, maybe.
I mean, they do taste awfully good.
Yeah.
Can you blame them?
Okay. I think what Farbodi says makes sense. Let's do a perimeter sweep, take out any stragglers, maybe ask them a few questions first, and then in we go.
Oh, okay. I'm really good at this.
I believe you.
Of course you are.
So yeah, making your way through this town. For Bodhi, not for Bowdy, you're too short. Finlar and Mifune, you're standing up you're almost taller than a lot of these buildings. So you can kind of like peer over the tops. You're able to easily navigate your way to the Center Coliseum. And as you kind of get up, you kind of take a wide kind of strafe around the entire thing. And you can see there's some minor entrances here and there, but they're all left standing open. Finally, you come across the main entrance to this thing, which is kind of to the north of it. You can kind of see, I'll ping on the map. And you can see that there's two halfling guards standing there. They're in like heavy plates. They have these like long boar spears. And they're just they keep glancing back inside. You can really look at them. You can tell that they don't really give a shit here. Like they're doing it because it's their duty, but they really wish they were inside for soup day. What do y'all want to do?
Anyone else getting like a Logan's Run feeling or something going on here? Like, shoot.
Right now, I'm just imagining Lancelot's charge to save the prince. Like just McGavin running in from far away as these two guards are just lackadaisically standing there waiting to die.
Does like a Legolas like tear like the edge off one of them,
that
just
curve.
fire two shit. Yeah, just take them both out in one shot.
Wicked Lordum told us, kill one, ask the other questions, and then kill that one.
I can't argue with the
Yes.
logic of that.
I mean, if they're dead, they're not alive. So
Right.
I'm almost following that.
hmm.
Okay, so McGavin will hide somewhere.
Okay.
And he'll make a sound like a dying goat. He'll just be like, "Meh. Meh." See
Mifune,
if that
like
works.
what they're really after, makes the sound of a goat defecating.
The goat just says, "I am your dead wife." Sorry. I am your dead wife. Isabel.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, your dead goats and then the addition of the plopping from Mifune, it's a perfect bait. And they're both like they're kind of looking in the direction, and they both just kind of stop and they stare at each other for a few seconds, and they each, they stick their hands out like this, and they rock, paper, scissors. And the loser, the one who pulls rock against the other one's paper, fine, as he comes trudging over to roughly where the sound was made from, as the other one still kind of stands there glancing at his friend every now and then, but really paying attention to what's through the big doorway. And as the chants of soup, 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 you can see like he's even like knocking his spear on the ground, like he's really into it, but he keeps glancing back every now and then at his friend. So he gets up to roughly very close to where you all are. You're still kind of hiding behind one of the nearby buildings or houses. What do you do?
Punch him in the head.
Make me a shot. Whoever's making this, he's unaware. And he's distracted. He wants to see what's going on with Soup Day. So take a +1.
So when you put in under the artifact die, do you put in D12 or just a 12 or what actually?
D8 at first.
D8.
Unless
Oh,
you're,
just a D8.
yeah.
So put in D
Stars
and
and you
8.
can sometimes get, yeah.
Well, you get 1 point of damage.
Well, if it was the surprise.
It was a surprise, yes.
Okay. Is he wearing armor?
Yes, he's wearing like a heavy plate armor.
Okay, and we got a will at the start. So I will spend. I'm gonna kill him. What's the average number of hit points a person has in this?
I mean, it's
Two or three?
strength, yeah. So
Okay,
Your
so I'll
little
spend.
Average
so-
peasant's going to be setting around 2 or 3. A warrior's 4 to 5.
yeah,
I will spend 2 will to make that 3 damage.
Sure.
like a Steven Seagal, just like tries to grab the throat and rip it out.
Well, I want him to be able to talk, so it's more just a punch in the face.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
All right. So, since he's wearing plate, he does have quite a few armor die.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh, he does.
Oh, I rolled.
Ooh.
Let me re-roll that. I was rolling d8s. That's my bad.
That is one heavy artifact plate mail.
About to say,
No,
I'm about
none
to
of
loot
them.
that
None of them
plate mail.
block a thing.
Oh my god,
So-
the twos and the ones in that roll.
Yeah.
It's like he's wearing this steel helmet that has like the opening around the eyes is just big enough for a fist to go in.
Right. Hang on a second. Dogs are barking.
Bark, bark, bark.
Okay, we're good. So yeah, you put 3 damage on him. It's not enough to break him. He kind of like
Oh, darn.
stumbles back a little bit as you like just find this crack in his armor. He's turning around to yell at his friend, but his friend's busy like knocking a spear, chanting. As Forbowdy and McGavin unleash their attack simultaneously. Now, he's not under surprise anymore, so it'll just be a regular attack for both of you.
Now, I need to ask a delicate question. Do we consider halflings to be monsters?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I get an extra dice for them
Yes.
then.
God, yes. Have you learned
Why
nothing?
was that delicate? That's just
Go.
When I started this campaign, I would have never guessed that the big bad is going to be a bunch of halflings in a hole.
well.
Oh my
here we
gosh.
are.
He soaks one of them. That's 3 damage. That's a break. How many critical injuries am I
Oh,
putting out?
he actually takes 1 extra damage because he's a monster, and I have 2 ranks of Dragon Slayer.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, he was broken with what you put out there. That extra is just tasty extra. Actually, so how many? I rolled twice for critical injuries, right?
And then we can flip them. for the worst effect possible.
I'm just going to roll it like that. So your options are, for the first one, 64, 46. For the second one, it's 66.
I mean, 66, I assume, is the best.
It's going to murder the shit out of them.
It'll kill him, yeah.
Yeah, 46 is going to be a severed foot. 64 is a slit throat, which is instant death, and 66 is decapitation.
I mean, you've got to go with the decapitation. He's turning around, and it's such a clean slice that the head actually does manage to turn all the way around.
You chop his head off. Okay. You run in and just boom, as a halfling head goes flying up through the air and actually rolls. Give me high or low there for Bowdy.
High.
A marmot comes swooping in Jeremy and snatches it out of the air.
Yes.
It flies up and actually lands in a nearby house. Since there's no roofs, it's just right inside. If you would have gotten low, it would have rolled right up to the other guard's feet.
McGavin has an idea, if it's okay. He's gonna go get that head.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna do like a lean out with it from behind a wall. And he's just gonna call to the other guard and be like, "Hi, could you come give me a hand?" And I'm gonna move the head, only part of the head, so that he can see it. So like I want him to see parts of it, like, "Could you come give me a hand with this? I need some help." Just sticking the forehead and the eyes and the nose.
Give me a manipulation test. You have
how many bonus die for this? I feel like that's like what, 10? 20?
10's a lot. This is your natural prey. You're very familiar with this. So +2 from that. And you have a prop. So I'll give you another one. Take a +3 on this.
All right. I'm going to put the head as a gear die.
Yeah.
Because it could go, go wrong. All right, here we go.
It makes perfect sense.
It's funny. I was talking to Melissa about Fallout characters, and I was just like, I always like to have a dump stat. And for McGavin, it was empathy. And she's like, yeah, that fits. That's a pass. It's one pass.
Okay, so yeah, he looks over, and you're like, hey, come over here. The other guard's like, what? But I want to see. They're about to soup. But he trudges over.
Oh no, it'll be real fast.
He trudges over. And he kind of steps right into the doorway, and he sees you, McGavin. Head like a puppet.
Now? Now! Oh my god, I need to get better minions. Don't kill him this time. No, we just want to lie.
Right in the face mask again.
Who's doing what? Is someone?
I'm punching.
I'm gonna smack. Yeah. I'm gonna headbutt him with his friend's head.
All right.
I forgot about that. I can headbutt for free.
McGavin, give me a fighting test.
If you're looking for non-lethal, it needs to be somebody else.
And Mifune, were you headbutting?
I'll start with that. I can headbutt and punch in the same round.
I got one hit.
Ooh.
It hit. Oh my goodness.
He's wearing armor.
I can burn a willpower to bypass it.
You're gonna bypass his armor?
Yeah.
All right. So he takes a point.
He's not built for melee.
Yeah. Mifune, were you?
Now here's the headbutt.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
He's got
For
armor.
a moment there, my head takes the place of his as his goes flying.
He takes
Oh my god.
all of the damage, 5 damage altogether. You all said specifically you were not killing him, and you just 2 incoming strikes straight to the head. His helmet's just like ringing. He falls back, it tumbles off his head, and you can just see just stars in his eyes as you've stunned him. I'm trying to look. Fallout characters. Oh my gosh, is someone talking about Fallout characters?
I just mentioned it a second ago.
Oh,
I'm gonna drag him out of any potential, so like into a building. I'm gonna sit on top of his chest. I'm gonna place the dude's his friend's head, like sitting cross-legged, and so I'm gonna kind of sit his friend's legs. I want him to still be able to see the silver buckle, just a little bit. So set it off to the side, and I want to hold an arrow up to his throat, and I'd be like, "Wakey, wakey," and I just want to like kind of poke him until he wakes up. Oh, he just got raided.
Oh, snap. Thanks for
The
that
Lords and Ladies of
raid.
Fate.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you for that raid, Lord and Ladies of Fate. Yeah, I was trying to be cute and type it in. But yeah, Australia Plays, May 28th, 1 p.m. Central over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays.
This plays Fallout.
Oh God! Ah! As he starts panicking.
It's okay. Calm down. Everything's gonna be fine.
Calm
It's all
yourself.
just-
I'll hit you with my head once more.
Yeah. Video Game Mermaid, thank you for that follow.
Just have a few questions we'd like to ask. We've total misunderstanding. Everything's gonna be fine. You've got nothing to worry about. Now, tell us about Soup Day.
Soup Day. I mean, you're a halfling. You know about Soup Day.
Oh,
I'm leaving the room.
But I don't know anything about it.
I'm sorry. I just went to a different place for a few moments. But I ask you again, friend. Tell us about Soup Day.
I mean, well, it's when we all get soup. You know, we take our prisoners and we put them in the super. And then, our trolls, they spin the things and it spins them and then it soups them. And then the whole crowd, you hold your bowls up and it gets filled with soup.
Right. Okay.
efficient.
How many trolls are we talking about?
2. I mean, they pull. I don't know all the engineering. I'm just a guard, but put them in the super. The trolls, they pull the ropes, and it spin, and then soup.
Are the trolls like, enslaved or something? Or
Oh, of course.
they traded? Sure. Okay. And how many guards are there?
Well, I mean, me and he points at his friend on his chest. Me and
Right.
Franklin, we were the only guards on staff today. Everyone else got to attend soup day.
Wow, the two of you did a fine job. An absolutely fabulous job. Okay. Do we have any questions for him?
So it's just like the one big serving thingy of soup that would get
Yeah,
spun around and
The
whatnot.
super.
Right. Now, is that like held up in some location up above that there Coliseum or whatnot, so it can?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got the scaffolding and the super, and then the platform you push the the prisoners into the super.
Right, the prisoners with jobs. I understand.
Yeah, and then it spins and it's above, so all the soup rains down and people can catch it in their bowls.
McGavin, can you still do what you do if your food source has been poisoned?
Poison? I have a very sturdy stomach at this point. I would.
Haven't you been
Well-
stockpiling something of late?
I do in fact have some wonderful herbs. Oh, I have an idea. Oh, Forebodie, you beautiful bastard.
I just
Oh,
want the best for you. This is your chance, right?
I'll tell you, if any of your ex-wives start coming after you, just let me know.
I will.
Any other questions we'd like to ask him? The lava stuff. What's up with the lava stuff over there? Don't you think that's dangerous to be living next to a lava pool?
Well, I mean, Yeah, but we dug the big pit so it all flows out, you know. Yeah. As long as nothing,
Right.
you know, blocks the pit up, then the city won't flood with lava again.
Right. And what did you call me before, by the way, when we first started talking? What did you say I was again? I couldn't really
I
remember.
stand out of the splash radius.
A halfling.
Oh,
Just
right.
like-
That's what I thought.
Oh, you killed me, Jeff. Just like a Tarantino movie. There's just whoosh, like spray of blood as Conifer in the background causes a little lightning strike with the spell.
Okay. Well, I do have a significant amount of sleeping poison and hallucinogenic poison.
You do?
Very
Shit, you do.
High quantities. A lot of it, actually.
Right?
It's really. I mean, so much.
Let them have their last supper.
It's an
It
absurd
will
amount.
be
in
their
fact.
last.
This is
And then we hire the trolls, right? That's what we're to go work for Kirk, you know? And
Oh, of course. I
pay
mean,
a fair
that's-
wage. Yeah. Dude, we're freeing them. Like, we're heroes. This is perfect.
yeah.
From a perspective. We're heroes. From a perspective. From a
I mean, if we
particular
rescue the
point.
prisoners, we are heroes. We rescue the prisoners.
Exactly.
They help with the soup, and then the trolls help with the soup again.
I mean,
Okay, well-
somebody's got to give opportunities to the marginalized, right?
The only question really is, do we put the sleeping poison in, which is very easy then, because they all fall asleep and it's just thump, thump, thump. I mean, I'm going to run out of arrows, but you're not going to run out of, Manco. You're just going to chop, 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 chop. Or do we put the hallucinogenic poison in, and it's like, that's a wild card. That could go anyway.
Could be fun though.
Or just both, and they go crazy and then fall asleep.
I like that one the best.
Okay, let's do that one. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
let's go for it.
That'll be fun. Okay, sweet. Now the question is, how do we do that?
Well, we've got a couple of grappling hooks amidst us. We could
Climb up.
climb up, go along the scaffolding. We have a master thief amongst us.
On it.
Yeah, so this Colosseum, it's big, right? But it's halfling big. So
Mhm.
40 feet up to the top.
Okay.
So yeah, you all grappling hook up there. Cannibal Alec Guinness. That's what McCaffin is.
Mm.
And up you all go these ropes. You're standing on top, the very top, the railing border rim of this giant, this Colosseum. And you can see down inside, the seating inside's just halflings. Like I said, thousands of halflings. They're all just coated in blood and gore. They've all got their bowls. They're all chanting, soup, soup, soup. And you can see the scaffolding kind of, it's built level with, like, flush with the top of it. And you can see off to one side, kind of towards the west here, towards the lava flow. You can see there's this cage built up top. There's maybe like 15 or 20 people in there, like assorted. I mean, there is orcs, there's humans, there's elves, there's dwarves. I mean, just some of everyone in there. You can see there's 5 or 6 guards up here. And you can hear as the halflings are chanting soup. They're escorting from this thing along this plank towards the center of this Colosseum. And you look and you can see there's this giant steel bowl with all these big holes in it all over. And there's this pulley system to a series of gears and these ropes going down to the center of the Colosseum floor. And you see these 2, big trolls there holding the rope, just kind of watching, waiting. as these halflings, they push this person into this giant steel bowl. And then the trolls start pulling and pulling back and forth as the steel bowl starts spinning, picking up more and more speed as the cheers of soup are growing louder and louder from inside the Colosseum. And it picks up so much speed that the centripetal force, the G-force inside this thing just rips the person inside, and the audience is just splattered with gore and blood as they all hold their bowls up and catch as much as they can and then just start downing it. I want to point out, like I said to Too Old to Twitch in the chat, I was standing in Dillon's, which is our local Kroger brand, with my wife. We were in the kitchen supply aisle, and I saw a salad spinner.
Just use one of those tonight.
There you go. This is salad spinner of death. So yeah, you see it as they. Yeah,
Would you say being that was in it? Is it a halfling?
it was like a human, like a
Ooh,
yeah.
wow.
That's horrific. What the hell's wrong with them? I mean, I like the mechanism is fabulous, wonderful. I mean, excellent. But it's human. That's insane. That's just crazy.
I mean, other than Kurg.
Right. Well, he's an ogre, so I mean, they just eat whatever, really.
So yeah,
Like, he'll eat a rock if you paint it the right color.
they would.
He really will. I've done it. It's hilarious.
So yeah, and then
say.
once all the gore is splattered off, the trolls kind of brace against the ropes, and this bowl kind of skids to a stop, and the chants of soup start continuing. You can see the like I said, the 6 halfling guards, they start opening up this cage and they pull out another person like an elf, and they lock the door and they start escorting them down this plank.
All right, quick question.
Yeah.
Are we okay with some of these here halfling guards getting down into the soup? Because that means some of the other halflings are going to eat them, but then you'll
it's
eat
fine.
the ones that have done the eating.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a nested, like, you know, you do the one bit of the formula inside the parentheses and then the other thing comes to it's fine.
It's math.
It's
But-
like a
yes, yes.
it's like a quickening turducken sort of situation.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. I'll have a plan. I don't think everyone in the group is going to enjoy it, but we could just give all the poison to Conifer and put Conifer in the bowl. Just an option. If there's other ones we want to explore, that's fine. I understand, but I feel like
Well,
that
you
would
know
be
what?
pretty funny.
In fairness, let's ask him if he's up for it. Conifer, are you
Okay.
up for sacrificing yourself for the greater
If-
good?
If you don't want to do it, all you have to do is say no. Just say no.
All you have to do is say no, Conifer.
Jake, high or low?
Low.
Low is yes. No, I am not going to eat all of this poison and let myself be souped.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. I understand. I understand. No problem. No
Look,
problem.
all we've got to do is get the next one in line to be soup. Just shove all the poison into that one, and it works the same, right?
I agree. That's right.
So we bum rush a couple of guards, couple of us take out guards, someone else dumps in all the poison.
And then we just push the victim over to the trolls, and then from there, it's soup.
Exactly. I mean,
Right,
you
that's-
might be able to fit into the halfling armor there, Farbody. You might even be able to pass as a halfling.
Now these halflings up here, they're not in that plate armor. They're just regular like halfling leather armor.
Oh.
How visible are they for the rest of the Coliseum?
Not very, with the way kind of the angle is, and until they get to the very edge of the plank, like you're thinking like it's not super visible, and that you're far up. I mean, kinda.
We should probably wait until after the next further when they've got the stuff in the Colosseum and then go in right then. And then we just blitz them.
That's why they're
Right then.
distracted with soup.
Exactly.
Well, I'm ready.
Me too.
All right, so walk me through this plan so I know, make sure I'm getting it right in my head.
We're waiting till the crowd is full of the soup frenzy, so they're less likely to see us.
They're
Then we-
eating like after the next one
Right.
like rains down on them. Yeah.
And then we're just going to bum rush these bastards. Kill them. Toss them down in, along with all the drugs.
Okay,
Basically, again, we're just going to raw dog the situation.
I love
Right.
it. Oh baby, I like it raw. All right, so yeah, these halfling guards, they're paying attention to the cage, the plank, and then they kind of move up to the edge so they can watch the souping in action. So once that big salad spinner starts going, they're all just looking over the edge, giving you all a perfect opportunity. I'm not even going to put us in initiative yet because they are completely and 100% unaware. I'll let you take your ambush. Like, you've got two on the far end of the plank looking down inside who just threw it in. You've got one standing by the cage, kind of manning the door. And then the other three are along the edge, kind of peering over, watching.
I'll take the one by the door.
I'll take the one by the door.
Okay.
By the gate.
Give me a shot.
And the rest of you can divvy up.
Okay.
Actually, if you're gonna arrow shoot, I can't let that go unmatched. Seeing
Sure.
As you gave me this beautiful bow, I'll try and
Is
take
it-
out one with an arrow as well.
One of the three peering over, or one of the two standing at the end of the plank, right over the salad mix or salad spinner.
So there are two peering over.
Yeah. Well, okay. Closer to where you're at, there's three of them peering over. And then at the end of this plank, looking down into this big salad spinner, there's two kind of looking down into the contraption.
Don't want to shoot one of them because they may fall in.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess the one that's next to the one that McGavin's shooting, one of the two that are looking over.
Sure.
Okay. So first shot was 1 point of damage. Second shot was 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And if they still need to go, I have a third shot if necessary.
I'm gonna roll armor. You said 5 altogether.
I will use on my second on the big heavy blow. I'll use willpower that one. The
Perfect.
bypass
Okay.
blow.
So I need an armor for 1 damage. You said how much damage was the second shot? 4?
Second shot was 5 points of damage.
5. Oh, you're taking them out, man. Yeah. You dunk, dunk. First shot kind of hits in the gut and they kind of double over. Second shot just right in the top of the head as this halfling collapses onto the ground.
And his buddy next to him, I got one success, and I assume this is surprised.
Yeah.
So I will spend 3 more willpower to make that 4 damage.
Okay. They have armor, but not a lot. So you said 3 damage altogether?
4.
4 damage altogether. So all 4 of it goes through. So one of the ones peering over, you take a shot just right in the back. They stumble back a few steps and then collapse onto the ground. 2 of the 6 are down.
I suppose I'll meander with my stubby little legs to that collection of 3.
Now it's just 2 because Mifune took one of them out. So it's a collection of 2.
All right, then. You'll. So is it a 1 point bonus for them being surprised?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's come on in and do a little bit of X Fighter, a little bit of Monster Slayer. Let's see how that goes.
Shit.
So that's going to be a total of 6 damage. And just for the fun of it, I'll spend the willpower to make sure it all goes through.
Yeah, you run up. I'm going to give you the best critical hit here. You just walk up to this dude, just from left to right, nick this guy's head off as his body collapses off and his head goes spiraling through the air outside of the Colosseum and lands in the city below. So,
Well, I'll spend the willpower to then do another chop.
sure. So I'm going to move these two down here. They're the two on the plank. Go ahead. And Finlar, are you going to do anything?
Are we attacking the ones on the plank as well, or waiting?
I'll spend the willpower to make sure he takes all 6 too.
I think we're
You.
just trying to take him out as fast as possible.
Could it just be
In that case-
one cleave?
That's
through
what
the
I
both
was
of them?
thinking. Just one solid chop. 2 heads go flying. So all that's left are the 2 on the plank. Finlar, are you taking them out?
Yep. I'm going to invoke rank 1 of melee charge and rank 2 of sword fighter. Or no,
Okay.
I can only use 1 talent per thing, can't I?
You know what? This is a super kick-ass moment. Take them both.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to run up on the both of them and for a charge attack, and I will slash at the both of them with my rank 2 of sword fighter. So attack number 1.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
3 damage go through. It's wearing armor. 2 damage goes through. Not enough to drop
Now
him.
for this. Well, let's see if this drops the second one at the very least. Oof. No.
And I don't know who was tracking our rerolls.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was. I'll spend a reroll on that one.
Okay.
Come on now. There we go.
That's
All
better.
right.
3 damage.
Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and push it. There we go.
4 damage. So let's roll some armor. You take one of the 2 out.
Cool.
So McGavin can burn a willpower and get a third shot. Can I do that to try to
Yes.
finish off Finlar's?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a little out of order, but so I'll try to down in front. 4 points of damage.
Okay. Am I rolling armor?
Yeah, because he already did like 3 damage to him, right?
That's the other one. Fenlar put all his damage on one of them and took 1 out. This one's at full health. So,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
okay.
I'll go ahead and burn the willpower for that.
All right. Yeah, one crazy assault from the 4 of you. You drop all 6 of these guards. Now you're
Those
standing
really
up
are
on the
heroes.
plank as you hear the psh, as the person in the salad spinner is ripped to pieces and all the halflings have their soup. Now you're standing up on this platform as the chance for soup.
Gonna start stripping one of the halfling guards and like kind of shoving into like his mouth and like into his wherever I can. I'm not gonna describe where I shove this stuff. Maybe I'll bite a finger off just for a little snack.
There you go.
So I have all. I'll just and then just doing the same thing with the next one. Just push the bodies in with all of the poison. There's a lot of poison going into this.
You
There's 100.
yes, of both sleeping and hallucinogenic. So you remember, like, there was the YouTube videos or whatnot a while back, like how to make like a alcoholic watermelon, where you cut a hole and you just put the bottle of vodka. This is what I'm imagining that McGavin is doing. As McGavin and for Bowdy. Take these halflings and toss them into this giant salad spinner. The trolls start going. Speed picks up. It's spinning. As 6 poison-laden halfling bodies explode. And all the halflings underneath hold their bowls up. Oh, snap. We got a raid from Goblin Cave TV. Hey, thank you for that raid. I don't even know how to explain what we're doing right now. It's weird and fun.
We're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
It's soup day is what it is.
It's soup day.
It's soup day. As you throw in these 6 poison-filled halfling bodies into the giant salad spinner, the trolls start pulling the ropes. It spins faster and faster. They explode. All of the halflings in the crowd of this Colosseum hold their bowls up, filled with much more halfling soup, because usually it's just one body at a time. Now it's 6. And they are all, the whole crowd, you're just all watching up above as they all just chug down this halfling soup, which is the centripetally destroyed bodies of 6 poisoned halflings. So, hallucinogenic and sleeping. You can watch for a few minutes, the chanting picks back up. All of a sudden, you see like everyone, there's the soup, and it's just like the there's that built-in social contract to not eat your neighbors. And this much drugs that is just snapped, and all of a sudden the crowd just goes into a frenzy, like a piranha tank kind of, that piece of meat's dragged in. Is just thousands of halflings just go feral and just start attacking each other. But 2 or 3 minutes later, the action starts slowing down. The bodies are piling up.
Effects, maybe they're more suggestible. This is where you should step out and declare yourself the god of all halflings.
All of the halflings fall asleep in the stadium.
Not a
too late.
halfling. Oh, well, I'm just going to eat them all anyway. So,
The important thing is you did them a mercy. You helped them relieve themselves their degenerate status, and in their final moments, they knew to eat raw, proper halflings.
Exactly.
You're a good and kind man.
That's a lot of throat slitting. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's what Well, hey,
I'll get some prisoners to help us out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, there you
trolls.
Yeah.
Like, you guys want out? Just give us a hand.
Excuse me, I'm the chosen one. I'm here to rescue you. Come along.
We're here with a job opportunity.
Response of the prisoners, like, you just saved us from a horrible death. There's like 15 people in here.
Yeah. Grab a knife and start slitting throats. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
No
soup day.
eating them, though. No eating. That's for me.
You don't see any halflings in this cage, so you feel pretty safe. That's not going to be a risk. As the 2 trolls are just kind of watching as this all goes along, they look up and they see McGavin waving down.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, you guys are free now. You don't got to do this for these cruel creatures. You guys want a job?
They look at each other a little bit. Does it offer dental?
Oh, yeah, dental. 40 hours per week, guaranteed. Full healthcare, dental. We can even do an optional vision plan if you've got problems with the eyes. And we've got a wonderful form. And you can, there's a lot of different things. We'll get you entry level, and definite room for upward mobility.
Who has the best manipulation score out of the 4 of you?
Not McGavin even close.
Hey, Oak.
Yeah, but he's got the
Welcome
belt buckle.
to this.
You do have the belt buckle.
I have a belt buckle. That's true.
0, so.
So who had?
I have 0. I have 0, but I do have the belt buckle.
That's a +1.
Oh God.
That's better than me rolling 2 solid dice.
Well, here comes 4. Here comes 4 dice.
So, all right. Yeah, we're in.
The halos are already forming. Okay,
All right, you
great.
can get started by stomping on some of these sleeping halflings out here.
Oh,
That'd be great.
I love a good stomping. And they both leap up into the stadium, into the seating, and just boom, 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 start stomping. Of all the way, I've been thinking about this for weeks. How are they going to do this? How are they going to do this? This is not one of the ways I thought of. So, bravo. Over the next several hours, it's just slaughter, murder. McGavin, this is the most important test of McGavin's entire existence. McGavin, I'm sorry to do this to you. I need an
That's
endurance test.
Sure. I've got no points in it. Absolutely none. But I do have a blanket that apparently, if it's cold, I would get a bonus on. But I don't think that applies
I
here.
think so.
Well, I mean,
if you
it's
need
not
to be
cold.
cold. If you need to be cold, here,
Well-
I'll touch you with my sword. That's plenty cold.
Okay, here we go.
Do we got any free rolls left?
2 of them. Or no, I'm sorry.
I think
Yes, 2. We have 2 rerolls left.
I'll use all of them.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Over the next several hours, McGavin, you were very diligent to take a bite out of all of these halflings. By the time the deed is done, McGavin, your gut is just swollen. You're so sluggish. You're moving, but it hurts.
I got
can
it in
do
a
it.
wheelbarrow.
I'll push you around. I got you.
Finally,
Oh.
you come across all of this searching. You find a small halfling child. Still fine, just too small to get any of the soup, hiding. Oh, snap. That's a banked reroll. Thank you, Too Old. Hiding underneath one of the bleacher seats as you approach. Are you here to save me?
Of
I
course
am.
we are.
Come here. Come here. I'm going to save you.
As this halfling child teeters towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna go through some sort of some kind of messianic. It's starting to go to McGavin's head now as he's going through
Oh, my sweet child. That's good. Now, close your eyes and think of somewhere happy. You've got that place? Go to your happy
I
place.
got it. I'm thinking
Okay.
I'm thinking of the
Okay.
shit rooms.
Don't tell me about it. I don't care.
As McGavin bites out the neck of the last surviving halfling, the ground starts to shake. This ruddy orange light of this lava flow turns this brilliant white light. You hear lightning strikes from above, and it starts breaking through the ceiling as lightning is streaking from the sky and connecting with McGavin. McGavin
Have the power!
is the only surviving halfling. As all the power of thousands of halflings is channeled into McGavin, your mind opens up. Just you see sight beyond sight. Time is like a record. You can stop, you can move it, you can backwards, forwards. McGavin, you've ascended to godhood. McGavin,
Am I still in corporeal form?
at the moment, yes, as
Okay.
your body, it's slowly starting to convert into pure energy.
I'm gonna go through and do like the Dorothy from Wizard of Oz thing and go to every single one of them one at a time. Mifune, take my bow. I'm gonna hand it over to him. I gave you a good one, but I'm not gonna lie. I made mine a little bit better.
I know it.
Just because I knew one day you were gonna surpass me. Well, I'm above those things now. I'm gonna be a god. So I don't need this anymore. Here you go. And you're the only one here who I would trust with it. I'm gonna hand it over to Mifune.
Don't treasure this always and kill many whatever's left out there to kill.
Right. I don't really know now. That not really my problem anymore.
I'm gonna go over to Conifer and be like,
Well, shit, you were a halfling. I'll be damned. That's great. That's great for you, buddy. Oh, man. Anyhow, no hard feelings.
I can imagine Conifer. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna do like a football as I walk past, slap him in the ass kind of thing. Just like,
Good job, buddy. Go get him next time.
I'm gonna go up to Fenlar and be like,
I'm going to be up there. A strong and incorporeal being of immense power. Down here, though, you're going to be an avatar that channels that divinity as the chosen one. I've seen time coming at me in all sorts of different directions. I've seen the past, the future, the present, different worlds, and in every single one of them, Finlar, you're the chosen one. Every single one. Never stop believing.
I never will.
Also, could you keep an eye on my goat, Chubbs? He's a sweet little dear one.
Oh, sure, absolutely. I know all about ghosts.
Okay. Oh, and one other thing. Definitely don't ever go drinking with Kirk. Like, really, it's not a pretty sight. It's really not. So it's just a warning right there. There were a couple of those other alternative worlds where you did, and it did not go well for you. Or just in case you thought about doing that.
I'll keep that in mind. Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Farbody, you're my best friend. Yeah, you're my divine wingman. There is no one. I'm gonna miss more than you.
I feel the same. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. You deserve
I couldn't
this.
have done it without you. I couldn't possibly have.
I mean, it might have taken longer, but I think you could have. I'm just glad I could help.
You're probably right. I was just being polite, but yeah. But listen, I want to leave something, that you're going to remember me by. So.
and he unbuckles the belt buckle in his loincloth and he hands it over to Farbody.
Here you go, buddy. Every time you look down at your nether regions, I want you to think of me. Here you go.
Oh, God.
I'll lean over to Mifune. What are the odds that he's just really high from all the hallucinogens?
60-40.
And don't worry about your ex-wives. When I get up there, I'm going to smite the shit out of them, and you're never going to have to worry about any of them Karens ever again.
Well, you lean in here. Let me give you a hug before you go up there. You're the best pal ever.
Buddy. Oh.
Get Karen the worst.
no loincloth on anymore. Quiver on the ground. Naked as the day is.
Naked and
Turning
glowing.
into an and glowing, turn into huge belly, like huge distended belly filled with ridiculous amounts of like, just giving him a big hug.
Okay.
As
As
Boy.
putting this here loincloth on.
McGavin,
It looks great on you. This looks like there's plenty of room.
It's true. I shaved down there on account of all the swamps.
Oh man.
nothing's worse than swamp balls. Anyway, as McGavin actually ascends to godhood. Now there's a slight something doesn't go as planned. And it's while McGavin was in this borderline region between mortality and godhood, these kind words and these gifts have broken off. I wouldn't say broken off, have created small sparks of divinity and shared them with your compatriots. You thought you were going alone, McGavin. You're not. As Mifune, through the bow you gave him, absorbs this divine power, as Conifer, through that slap on the ass, absorbs this divine power.
He's got glowing cheeks.
He's got glowing cheeks. As
Cheeks are
Finlar's acceptance to be your chosen one, it goes further than that. He takes in this divine power, and finally that touching and beautiful moment between Forbauti and McGavin and the cod piece is absorbed through the shaved nether regions of Forbauti. Forbauti takes his place in the heavens as the primary god of a new pantheon, with these 5 other, because the kind thoughts you put towards Chubbs, 6 others, 4, 5, 6 others, and the warning about Kurg sends off a shard of divinity towards him. So McGavin is now the head of this new pantheon, with Mifune, Finlar, Forbauti, Chubbs, and Kurg, and Conifer too, ascending up to godhood with him. That, my friends, is what we're going to call the end of this campaign. You've all become gods. It's not the end of this story arc, because we're going to be back in either 1 or 3 weeks, depending. We'll figure it out. And we're going to do a little game called The Quiet Year, where everyone here is going to play, because usually the Quiet Year, you're this third-party spectator building this world together. You're all going to be in character as your new god forms, recreating the Thunder Rift in your image. And then after it's recreated, we're going to do a time jump and hop right back into it with new characters, a decade, 50 years, 100 years into the future. We'll figure out what we want to do. And we'll get to play in the new world that has been reforged by McGavin as the supreme deity.
And we won't be allowed to be halflings.
Yeah, halflings are all dead.
They don't exist.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
a thing of legends and stories.
First order of business. Let's kill all the fucking foxes in this place. I swear to God, I don't want a single one of them living, and I don't want it to be painful. So I
That's-
decree.
First decree, all foxes are dead. We're super early tonight, but when shit wraps up, shit wraps up. This is fucking amazing. We'll be back next Wednesday to do something. It's going to be great. Let's do closing plugs for the campaign. Bert, I'll let you take it first. You're muted.
It would help to not be muted.
It would help.
This Friday on twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder, we're doing some BX Dungeons and Dragons. We are playing in the Mystara universe. This Sunday, Shadowrun, using the champion/hero system. And next Tuesday, some first edition Dungeons and Dragons. And check out the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com.
Yep, links are in the chat. Jeff, what are the gaggers got going?
Yeah, Friday we're doing some more Death in Space. It's kind of an industrial sci-fi weirdness that just came out from Free League. Saturday we are doing One Ring Second Edition as per usual. And then Monday we will be picking up on Holler for Savage Worlds. You can catch a couple of folks on the screen in that game. Also over on Grim and Perilous Plays on Saturday night, I am running begrudgingly Heart, the City Beneath for our friends over there, including Chuck and Jeremy are in that game as well. So I get to run 2 games on Saturday. So it's gonna be fun.
There we go. Lots of fun. Jeremy, what you got?
Check out this Patreon for Aaron Reese. You got comics, art assets, you got maps, lots of good stuff.
Very cool. Jake, you got any closing remarks?
Well, seeing as how we've all ascended to godhood on account of our feasting, I think it might be good to take a moment to speak for one of our sponsors.
Oh, I love it.
You're a human being. You're at the top of the food chain, and now you can eat like it. Chemicor lets you rock the omnivore lifestyle like never before thanks to Chemicor Cold Stacks. Chemicor Cold Stacks are heatable frozen patties you can serve up to friends and family. Rattlesnake rattles, cedar trees, human bone marrow. Check out these and other edible treats in the new Chemicor catalog coming out this summer.
Beautiful. Thank you, Chemicor, for the sponsorship, as always. Australia Plays is the sponsor Hind Soups. No, we did do a sponsorship a while back with oh god, fuck. I'm gonna totally lose some fucking royalties for that.
Something?
It was a dice group, I think. Yeah.
No, it was Bush's Baked Beans. Oh, it was Bush's Worst.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a sponsorship for Bush's Worst, which is actually a collaboration between Bush's Baked Beans and Bad Dragon. Wonderful mush of two. I would show you the image again, but my social media manager would appreciate it if I no longer displayed sex toys on the stream. So just Google Bush's Worst. You'll find it. Former sponsor, but nowhere near as great as our Chemicor sponsor. And as far as what's that?
I was gonna say we should reach out to like Cuisinart, see if we can get a salad spinner sponsorship after.
Oh
today.
yes.
Oh god.
Oh,
that would be
absolutely. Who wouldn't
amazing.
want some salad today?
Yeah.
I gotta run that by Ashley. She's just like Ashley. She set down rules when she took over content manager. She's just like, Chuck, you're no longer allowed to send inappropriate tweets or DMs to corporations because I sent so much stuff to Hot Pocket. I really did. And they never responded. And I say that I really did. Hot Pocket, you disappoint me. As far as Defenders of Cobalt go, come back this Friday, 10 p.m. Central. Joe's running us through more of his Anvia playtesting. Like Jeff mentioned, Grim and Perilous Plays Saturday night. He's going to be running some Hearts this Sunday. Bert's stream, Steam Steel and Murder, some Shadowrun. I'm probably on a lot. blacklists. And then, yeah, next Wednesday here at this time slot, 9 p.m. Central to 11 p.m. Central, we'll be back. We got to figure out schedules. Are we going to do a couple sessions of Quiet Year to rebuild the Thunder Rift in the image of this new Pantheon? Or maybe we'll run some Fallout, just a couple sessions so I can get a little practice in. We'll figure out what we're going to do. So I don't fucking know. So until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and all hail the new god of hunger, McGavin. Deuces. And I don't have the end screen. I had that perfect lined up, and I don't have. There it is. All right. Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.